Hello, Pit Press Church. Good to be back. I am back from Ghana and looking forward to worshiping with you tomorrow morning. I want to talk with you very briefly about a decision that session has made. Some of you already know this, but I wanted to communicate as clearly as I can so that we can all be preparing and getting ready for the implementation of the decision. The date I have in mind for you to circle on your calendar and in your planning is Sunday, September the 8th. Sunday, September the 8th. That is the date that session has determined that we will begin our new worship schedule and format on Sundays, okay? So Sunday, September the 8th, please circle that on your calendar. Here is the insert you're going to be receiving tomorrow morning in worship, and there should be extras there in case you are not here tomorrow morning. I want you to have this at home, put it on the refrigerator so that we are all reminded between here and then what our plan is. So let's talk through it. Sunday, September the 8th. The schedule is as follows. First of all, we are going to have only one worship service starting on that day. One worship service. And that worship service will be at 10 o'clock in the morning. Okay? So here is the schedule, starting from the top. At 8:45, the noisy nursery will open. And that will be open from 8:45 till about noon. Okay? Our nursery is going to be open during that time. Then at 9 o'clock to about 9:45, we will have an opportunity for small groups to meet, prayer groups can meet, study groups can meet during that time, 9 o'clock to 9:45. Of course, if you happen to be in the choir, you're busy with rehearsals, if you're preparing to help lead worship in other ways, that will not be a time for you to be in study. But do not fear, we have another spot for you to be part of a small group or a study group. Okay? 9:45 to 10 o'clock is when we're just going to hang out in the parlor. If you've been paying attention, when the choir is in session, they tend to just hang out there and just rest and visit. The rest of us can join in then at that time as well. That's 9:45 to 10 o'clock. Again, our one combined worship service will be at 10 o'clock. It'll be from 10 to about 11:05, okay? Then at 11:05 to about 11:15, we're back in the parlor for coffee fellowship. A little time to get to know each other, get something to eat, just visit a little bit. And then 11:15 to noon is our final section for the day, and that is the time for small group gathering, study group, prayer group, 11:15 to noon. So you notice we have two study times. We have a study time at 9 a.m. We also have a study time at 11:15. So if you are in the choir or you would rather do your study after worship, wonderful, you've got two opportunities. Our hope is that on Sundays when we come to worship, we can also do our small group Bible study, our prayer group, also on Sunday morning. And this way, if you don't have another opportunity during the week, you have both pieces in there for you. All right? So that's the plan for September the 8th, Sunday, and going forward. And that means that all of us need to be praying about preparing and what kinds of adjustments we need to make. I encourage you to make your mind up to be part of a small group, a study group, a prayer group. We're going to be talking about these groups because on Sunday you have two opportunities, either before worship or after worship, to be part of a group. Again, our combined worship service will be at 10 a.m. on Sunday mornings. When we say combined worship service, what we mean is that we're going to combine traditional worship music with some contemporary worship music. We have fabulous musicians who are going to lead this effort. Everything we do, we are going to do to the best of our ability. with a good, encouraging spirit. So all of that is going to work out. I just want to encourage you to bear with one another, help one another as we go through this adjustment. But the idea, if you think about it, is that all of us are going to be together in one place for worship, which was one of the things that the session was wrestling with. How do we bring the entire congregation together in one place on a Sunday morning? So we've gone to one worship service instead of two. Everybody together at 10 a.m. in the sanctuary for worship. We have steady time before and after worship. All right, so that's it. Here, that's a brief overview of where we are and what's happening starting Sunday, September the 8th. Looking forward to seeing you tomorrow morning at worship as we go to the Lord's table together. See you soon.